Hey everyone, if you don't already know me, my name is Ethan and I'm now a second year medical student. Today is day one of our clinical rotations. We're super nervous, really eager to make an impact and start making a positive difference and challenge myself and growing into the doctor that I've always wanted to become. So heading over now to our orientation. What a crazy day. So much happening. About 6 o'clock now, heading back to the camper van. It's 4:30, just woke up. Time to drive over to the hospital. Okay, got here at 5 a.m. It's 5 o'clock right now, just ending the day. An amazing day, amazing day. Learned so much, but I'm so exhausted. Okay, woke up again at 4:30 a.m. Walking over to the hospital now, walking over to the surgery workroom just to start pre-rounding on our patients for today. I was assigned one patient yesterday to follow, so I'll be presenting that patient this morning. Patient's family actually didn't really have a good understanding of what was going on, so it was my job yesterday to kind of pass on that information, which was a little challenging, but hopefully I did a good job. Anyway, looking forward to getting to learn more about that patient today and really understanding their story and hopefully helping provide them better patient care. So excited for today. Okay, I'm back in the camper van. It's about 8:30. Just ran to Planet Fitness and took a shower. I really have been wanting to work out, but I haven't had the time, so I literally just went to Planet Fitness just to take a shower. A meaningful day because I got to work with some patients. Specifically, I was assigned a patient who has suffered from a gunshot wound, and I got to spend a lot of time with him today, talking to him, kind of checking in on him, really learning his story, connecting with him and his family, and it was really awesome to have that privilege and that opportunity to kind of connect in that way. Also today we had a bunch of lectures. We had M&M rounds, morbidity and mortality. We also had ground rounds this morning, and we also had the incredible opportunity to have a lecture in I guess he's the chief of surgery for the whole hospital. So we went into his office and we got like a mini lecture for an hour on issues of the gallbladder, gallstones, and kind of the biliary system. And it was really interesting. He is just an incredible teacher, and he actually wrote this textbook, which I have right here. So he's pretty famous for this textbook. And tomorrow, very excitingly, is my very first OR day. So we'll be seeing patients in the OR. It's an on-call day. I'm on one of the trauma teams, and each trauma team rotates every 4 days for on-call days. So should be a good day tomorrow. Okay, I'm in the bathroom because this is like the only place where I guess I can talk about my experiences in a private way. Absolutely insane today. Today was our first on-call day. I'm not staying with the team for the full 24 hours. I think I'm gonna try to take my 24-hour shifts a little bit later when I have a bit more experience, but today was incredible, but absolutely insane. Just came off of kind of seeing trauma after trauma after trauma after trauma. We kept getting paged, and there was so many different things happening. Someone who got injured on their surfboard, someone who was stabbed, someone who was just found down and hadn't been seen for a week, someone who was working and he had a ginormous laceration of the chin and the kind of the pec muscles. Absolutely insane. And as medical students, we really get to be as involved as we want to be. So it's been a super cool experience, but I'm eager to keep putting myself out there, keep learning more, and keep trying to just like listen to patients and hear their stories, because what a lot of these patients go through is kind of unimaginable. Okay, today is Saturday. It is my one day off for the week. I get one day off each week. I'm using this day just to study, but I'm here with my friend Jason and we're gonna head to this Vietnamese place just to get some coffee and study. Okay, I just stumbled across John. He just finished his shift in the Harbor ER. How was it?
Amazing. Very busy, but learned a lot, saw a lot. Yeah, it's cool. Good experience.
Do you want to be an ER doctor now?
I've always kind of wanted to be an ER doctor. It's whether like I still want to be an ER doctor. So far, so good. So far, so good. Yeah, the team's really cool.
Awesome, awesome. Thanks for sharing.
How's your trauma surgery? Flipping the phone.
Oh, it's been great. Learning a lot. Team is really awesome, supportive, great teaching. But it's been difficult, to be honest, waking up at like 4 every single day, only having one day off a week. I think I was doing my duty hours today. Most days are like 10 to 12 hours. And then I'll have some 24-hour call days. It's a lot of work. It's kind of physically draining and emotionally draining. A lot of these patients are very vulnerable and underserved. Kind of a privilege to work with this patient population, but also a big challenge. But I'm learning a lot. It's been good. We have Jason in here. We got some fish tacos. Let's look at these fish tacos. Let's open this bad boy up. See what we got here for unboxing. Oh my gosh. Ah! Woo! Ta-da. Mm. Okay, so it's about 7 o'clock now. I've been up since 4:30 a.m. and I'm feeling really tired. After I got let off at around 1 o'clock, I've just been studying really hard, trying to get through some Anki and then some U-World, practicing for the shelf exam. Today was another super meaningful day. I got to care for a patient who was the victim of gun violence. So far, no one on the team had really asked him about what had led up to that incident. I think if we want to care for patients holistically and make sure that they're safe and make sure that they have access to the right resources after something like this, it's really important to be willing to have difficult and tough conversations. So today, while I checked up on him and kind of walked around with him and got him moving, I asked him if he wanted to talk about what had happened. For one reason or another, he really trusted me and he was really vulnerable and shared everything that had happened. Through that, I hope that me being there and listening was therapeutic, and I hope that by kind of listening to his story and making note of it, that we're able to make sure that he has access to the right resources so that he's safe moving forwards. Just got out of my first exploratory laparotomy case, which is basically when the surgeons make an incision down the midline from about here all the way down, and then they kind of explore all parts of the abdomen. They run the intestines, they look around the liver, they look around the spleen, and they check for any signs of bleeding, and then they stop the bleeding. And it's always an emergency case, so I got to help with that, cutting sutures as well as stapling up the whole abdomen. So learned a lot. Such an incredible team. Okay, just finished for the day. My team was on call today, so we got to see a lot of different trauma cases. And then I also was in 2 different surgeries, an exploratory laparotomy and then a laparoscopic appendectomy. I think one of the most meaningful parts of today was definitely closing up the abdomen for the XLAP procedure. Okay, Thursday is clinic day. Just finished up working at clinic, which was really cool, getting to see patients on my own and presenting to the attending, writing the note, doing everything. So had a really good time. Now heading back to the hospital, I'm gonna go check on a patient. Okay, it's 4:45 in the morning. Just walking into the hospital now to do my very first 24-hour shift. Wish me luck. Okay, it's about 7 o'clock now. We were in the OR earlier for a big case. It was an X-lab where they had to do small bowel resection and anastomosis. And we were consulted in the ED for someone with big hernia and who was in sepsis. And there was a bunch of things happening in the trauma bay. It's been crazy. It's 7 now. A lot more hours to go. Okay, what's the next morning? I'm about 26 hours into the shift. I think I'm gonna go home soon. We have a limit of 28, so we cannot go over 28 hours. It's been a crazy night. I think I'm gonna get some breakfast maybe, and then go to sleep in the call room. That's the plan. Okay, so it is about 1 right now, something like that. I got about 5 hours of sleep, so feeling a little better. I think I'm gonna go downstairs before the cafeteria closes and try to grab some food and then maybe relax for the rest of the day. Maybe try to get more sleep. Yeah. We didn't get too many traumas. There were mostly cases in the OR that we had to go see, so I was there for an appendectomy, and then there was another case that had incarcerated bowel and kind of strangulation, where there was a big outpouching of her intestines, ultimately leading to kind of a septic state. That was a very interesting case to be a part of. And then there was, just as we were finishing up, a case that involved someone getting debridement for flesh-eating bacteria in their perianal region, which I was able to help with a little bit. And there's probably a lot more, definitely a lot more. Just running around, going to see consults with the residents and writing notes and things like that. It was a very busy night. There weren't times where I could come up here and sleep. I was working straight for 26 hours. So a wild night, but I'm definitely learning a lot, and I'm really grateful for this opportunity. Just drove about 20 minutes over to Redondo Beach just to do some healing after the very, very long shift. Life is absolutely wild. Right now I have a Japanese TV crew in the van who has been interviewing me for a story, and apparently the person who will be flying in from Japan, the host of the program, is like super popular. Apparently the TV show is kind of equivalent to 60 Minutes in the US, and the questions they've been asking me have been really good ones. In addition to questions about affordable housing, they were also asking me about kind of the political environment and how I see things in terms of healthcare as a future provider.
So this is your house?
Yes, it is. Crazy, right?
Yeah.
車の生活も気軽で意外と楽しいよ。
お家拝見ですね。あ、綺麗にキッチンがある。
Okay, we're 2 weeks down on trauma surgery, and now we're on week 3 today. Day 1 of week 3. So hopefully this will be a good week. Wish me luck. We have new interns, a new chief, and a new second-year resident. So it's pretty much a whole new team for me. Looking forward to it. Okay, we have Krinesh here, who's my fellow student, who's also rotating on trauma surgery with me. How's it been going for you?
Not bad at all. I'm actually really enjoying it for my first rotation. Enjoy working with you as well.
Oh,
yeah.
It's been such a pleasure. What do you enjoy most? What has been like the highlight?
I really enjoy like how much it's like hands-on. I feel like it's very different from didactics and being in a lecture hall. Things like that I really enjoy. I really enjoy like how much autonomy we have. Honestly, like we're not being like babysitted or whatnot, so it's pretty chill. And obviously the patient interaction and things like that.
Cool. Well, it's been awesome getting to know you a bit more.
Yeah,
this
for
rotation. Sure. So our days at Harbor are intermixed with different lectures that the surgeons give us. So it just came from a lecture delivered by a colorectal surgeon that was super awesome. Now heading into the library back here just to do some studying. I was just in a laparoscopic cholecystectomy that turned into an open chole because of multiple adhesions, status post motor vehicle accident. Then I ran down to the trauma bay, and there were 2 traumas at the same time. Did a physical exam, assessed the patient, and now I'm gonna head back over. Just leaving the hospital now after a 12-hour shift and then 2 hours of studying. Haven't been filming too much just because I've just been so busy, but I hope you understand. Okay, leaving Thursday clinic, had a really awesome time. I think I've realized I absolutely love clinic. I absolutely love talking to patients and listening to them, making them feel heard and comfortable, and just chatting. It's so much fun. Yeah, walking back to the hospital now. It's been a long day. Okay, so today is my one day off for the week. It is Friday. It has been such an incredible week. I feel like I'm learning so much and really being challenged, but challenged in like all the right ways. So it's been super great. I just drove over to El Segundo, which was about 20-minute drive this morning. There's some traffic, but I want to go to my favorite coffee shop and do some work. Yes, sadly I have to do work on my one day off, but I'm very behind on studying. I have a lot of UWorld to catch up on, as well as a lot of Anki, but I'm just at a park right now. Just made some oats, gonna have some breakfast and then head over to the coffee shop. Thumbs up. At 5 a.m. I'm about to begin a 26-hour long shift. Wish me luck. Okay, it's about 3 o'clock right now. Just saw a bunch of consults on my own in the ED, then wrote some H&Ps, spoke with the attendings, and yeah, it's only 3 o'clock, so a lot more hours to go, but I'm having a lot of fun and I'm learning so much. What an enormous privilege it is to be in this field, to get to work with patients, to be entrusted with their care. I just scrubbed into an X lab, which was incredible. And I also had the opportunity to really get to know some patients today who were trauma patients and learn their stories, connect with them, really help them as much as I could possibly do. And it's just such an amazing thing to be in this field. I'm so grateful. Okay, now time to run up to the OR. Someone was redlined up there after being hit by a motor vehicle and has a huge laceration of his kind of skull, which is kind of scary, so they're gonna close it up. So just heading up there right now. Hopefully I can help a little bit with it. Okay, just made it to Redondo Beach. Gonna do some studying on my post-call day. Slept for 7 hours and it's about 3 o'clock now, so I have a couple hours to study before I have to go to bed again. Okay, super long day. I got in at 5 a.m., leaving now, and it's about 8 p.m. and it's not even like an on-call day for me. And we got a pager for an admission to the ED. Basically wanted to talk to someone from the trauma team to see if they needed surgery. Person had chronic alcohol and meth use and had abrasions to the head. So I went down there on my own, talked to the patient, got a full history, did a physical exam, wrote the note. So that was one thing. And also, I was just in the trauma bay for a couple different cases. It gets really busy in there, but I noticed that there was no one writing a note, because normally there's the intern writing the note during kind of the trauma as it's happening. I kind of stepped up to the bat and I started writing a note, and so I stayed with the family, kind of followed up on that note, talked to the patient. Hope I did an okay job. I think at the end of the day I'm always committed to just like being a human first and really being kind to the families and the patients there. I have to keep pushing. Only a couple more days left. Sunday will be my very last day. Okay, so I'm with John. We are both very burnt out from our clerkships. John is on emergency medicine.
Are we really that burnt out?
I don't think we're a little burnt out, and we're about to get hit by a e-bike. I've learned e-bikes are very dangerous, so please be safe.
You know what? Pro tip. Everyone stay off ladders. That's like pretty much the biggest takeaway. Wear a helmet, don't go on a ladder unless you absolutely have to.
And just don't drive in a car if you can.
Try not to cross the street.
Yeah, that's good advice. We've learned a lot. We've learned a lot being at a trauma center these past several weeks. Yeah.
Number one is ladders, though.
I just finished 4 weeks of trauma surgery. Absolutely crazy. I learned so much. Such an incredible team, but I was kind of worked to the bone. Really hard emotionally, physically, but I learned a lot.